Here I put together a little spreadsheet. Now, let's say that our CAC target is $100, and what we're going to use is the benchmarks provided by OpenView Partners with a self-serve model. So this is where there's no salesperson. We're just getting people to sign up for paid plans based purely on them doing it by themselves. Now, with a freemium model, what we would expect is about 4.3% of people who sign up for a free trial actually become paying customers. So a key mistake I think people make with app marketing is they optimize for what is somewhat of a vanity metric, which is people signing up for a free trial or simply installing your app. But we can see here that a very small percentage of them actually become customers. So it's much better to optimize deeper into the funnel, which is people that are actually become paying customers. And we can see that that's about 4.3% with a freemium model, which means that if our CAC target's $100, we can afford to pay $4.30 to acquire them. But remember that costs are not just advertising costs. There's also the labor costs, etc. So just using loose numbers here, we can see that we can afford to spend $2.15 to acquire a freemium user. Now, I just want to say that that's not easy to do. I mean, in a lot of cases, just getting somebody to sign up for your software might cost $20, $50. The only way that you're going to be able to do this is by having a very efficient marketing system that has either been heavily optimized based on large quantities of data. It's based on two-step processes, so things like a video ad to create awareness, followed up by a retargeting campaign to get people to actually install and become paying customers. Or it's going to have to involve word of mouth or highly influential people. You can't just launch any old install ad and expect to get people for $2.15. It's not an easy task to do unless you have a super compelling value proposition with very little competition. Now, similar with the free trial model, we're looking at $3.10 in advertising expenditure to acquire a user, somebody that's actually signing up for your free trial through your app. Again, still challenging, but going to be a bit easier than the freemium model based on the benchmarks that we have. Now, if we go over to ignoring the idea of customers need to self-serve and saying that, okay, we're going to actually have a sales team to kind of help push people into paid plans, the metrics start to look a little bit better, because here you can see we had to pay $2.15 to get a user. But if we have a sales team to help with that, suddenly we can afford to spend about $3.50. Now, this is overly simplistic because I don't actually know what fraction of your CAC is going to be advertising. And if you don't have a sales team, then your labor costs go down, but so does your effectiveness. So take this with a grain of salt. Work out the metrics for yourself. But you can see here that at a CAC target of $100, it means that you need to acquire users extremely cost effectively, and something's going to have to come into play to make this profitable, and that's either going to be something like a good word of mouth or a high conversion rate or a very effective sales team to make these economics work out. If you just optimize for this, in other words, if you're just optimizing for getting people into signing up for something like a free trial, the economics probably won't work out. You have to look at the conversion rate to actually becoming a paying customer. You have to look deeper in the funnel to build a viable app business.